what the fuck did you just do? What? It's like, no, that wasn't in the interview. We didn't see any of that.
We detected no bro. My bro detector detected nothing.
That's how it is. Here we go. Hype. Once upon a groove on an old soul tune. I watch the pin move to shape the breakthrough. Who makes moves, maneuver in the right direction? The rest of you get left behind and messed up in the session. I'm not trying to make a difference, maybe some pocket change. I'm content with the boom back, the raps.
16 minutes on the clock. Welcome everyone to Drunkcast Live! Drunkcast Live, the podcast where we have drinks and hang out and talk about things that happened over the week. I'm Travis.
Hi, I'm Dylan.
And we hope you enjoy this episode so far.
We're back.
We're back in Austin, Texas, back at Don's Depot. Happy to be cold again, I guess. Don and I both took a trip to Hawaii. We were gone for quite some time. I had a little vacation afterwards, and then I was just really procrastinating and putting out that Hawaiian episode.
You and your vacations, man.
Yeah, I only have really the one time of the year that I really can take them. So.
That is true. That is true.
But we came back and it was cold.
But so this is our holiday gift to you.
Yes.
Our return.
You could listen to this during Thanksgiving with
That's
your
right.
family.
Instead of listening to your family, just put your earphones in and check this out.
Unless you want to share, and then we'll make sure to bring up some incendiary topics.
Ooh, man,
like gun control or perhaps abortion.
How about? I know we're jumping the gun a little bit on this one. No pun intended with the gun control.
Sure. Control that. Control that pun.
Thanksgiving is coming up, so when this episode airs, when it drops,
Yeah.
that's the day before Turkey Day.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of all that is holy, record some of your family fights.
Oh, yeah.
And tell us all about it on the shot line.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and just record what Crazy Drunk Uncle says and send it to us.
Or at the very least, if you get really drunk because you're trying to hide in the garage or whatever, any place that has some solace.
Text us, yeah.
Text us or call us 412-440-7468, and we'll listen to it.
Tell us how horrible your Thanksgiving is.
Put it on the show, and we'll all just love you for it. We'd like to have drinks with interesting people. We're lucky to come back and be able to hang out with Adam McWaters again.
Hello.
We missed him.
I
missed him. I wish he would have come to Hawaii with us. I think he would have been a lot of fun.
That is unlikely to ever happen.
I know.
You have fun? Yeah. We know. So, Adam.
Adam McWaters, hilarious.
It's my way.
Hilarious dude, into comics, into movies when he likes movies and video games and some mostly beer stuff. Tootin' on tutors, which is what we call e-cigarettes.
Yeah, do that stuff.
Vape devices. Yeah. Did I tell you about the? I told Chance, maybe you should come with this idea. A cafe and like late night like hangout spot called Billow Talk, specifically for people who vape.
Can you imagine how unbearable that would be?
Oh yeah. I mean, it'd be only open for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, like as a person who does that, I don't. Like I field a lot of questions, but I don't
they
really...
already have those places?
Well, not one that also has alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
So like
yeah,
a
they're all just sort of
and
stores and things.
Maybe have like a big Tinder game in the center or like on the side, like where they have the jukebox thing. So, yeah.
So
never leave alone.
I've been to like a hookah bar in Europe that actually, most people were just...
Yeah, we have those here.
But yeah, they're also alcohol there too. It was just,
yeah, I don't really see... Usually it's because it's it's not a lot of money. It's kind of a startup, and like, hey, we want to do the hookah thing. We also... It's so expensive to get your liquor license in Texas, so...
Yeah, a lot of the places I've been to, hookah joints, I've been to, like, the best one we went to was, used to be right at the old house, right beside it. And they didn't have alcohol, but you could bring your own.
Yeah, see, that's smart.
And you you throw them $5 and they don't.
Yeah,
opening fees is what I've heard of those before.
Yeah,
it's a membership club.
But they just have, hookah, and they serve tea and coffee and things like that, but...
Yeah, one of my favorite Mexican food restaurants in San Marcos, which is not very good, but I like it a lot. Their deal is that you had to bring the drinks unopened, and then you gave them $5 for a
setup.
A bottle opener.
Yeah, a bottle opener and some ice and stuff. But
yeah, the only ones I've been to that had alcohol were generally awful experiences.
Of course,
they were very nightclub-like.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And I don't want to go to a nightclub.
It's hookah, brah.
Right. That's what I think of when I think of going clubbing.
Ooh, hookahs and hookups.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a new app. We that's ours.
That's a Tinder Love and Care. That's ours.
Called it.
It's officially Tips. It's the only reason we record a podcast, for all our good ideas to be locked into place. I send every single episode of the Library of Congress.
Yeah.
The National Archives.
Well, while not quite as prestigious, I did learn from one of our dear listeners that apparently our show has been certain phrases from our show have been borrowed and are now very popular in certain high schools around Central Texas.
What? Wait. Wait, does that mean we have to have a cannon now, too?
Apparently, the Jeb drinking game has taken off.
That's great.
And apparently,
technically, that means Adam, you have to take a drink.
Yeah.
Because,
Jeb.
yeah.
All right.
Well, he said it, and then I yelled it. Yeah.
What was the other thing there? The other was, I think someone on the show said "holy balls," and apparently some teacher thought that was very, very funny, and took it to class.
Sure.
And now,
He's suspended.
And now he's homeschooled.
yeah.
And he still gets bullied. It's weird.
But yes, we're huge in high schools. Oh yeah.
Cool. Keep listening. Also, if you know someone who sells some coke,
And if you could explain yourselves,
yeah,
that'd be great.
pretend that you're out there somewhere. I want to believe. Do Covenant
We're
this shit.
shaping minds for the future. It's
Yes.
our job. It's our social responsibility. Yeah.
Misshaping minds for the future.
I like to think more of it as writing the ship.
Oh, writing.
Yes,
Yes.
writing the ship.
Sure.
Writing.
Yeah.
It's a nautical.
Well, riding the ship is also nautical, isn't it? That's a stowaway. There's a rider. There's a second captain.
How about we just cheers,
the
everybody? We
Spudsman.
glass clinkies. Yay!
There's always an ombudsman on the ship.
Good to be back.
Everyone knows that.
And nobody likes that guy.
No, of course. Such a tight ass. Adam, what have you been up to?
I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Came back from another magical holiday.
Yeah.
Back to work. That's weird.
Back to life, back to reality.
And then every time I'm not doing the work thing, I'm pretty much playing Fallout 4.
Sure. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's really good, and I like it.
You guys know I'm not the game person.
No.
But apparently Fallout 4's release date was a national nerd holiday.
Yes, it was.
Half my office was out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that will happen because it's been 7 years.
I know
since-
Donnie took like 3 days off and nothing except play Fallout 4 and eat Chinese food.
Well, on our yearly trip where we go and hang out and play video games, we usually bring stuff that's going to co-op stuff, and we didn't.
We totally failed.
Because Fallout's not a play game like a co-op game. You can't play with other people except for if someone looks over. So it's like literally we just kind of like didn't talk to each other.
It was just a bunch of nerds sitting in a room playing a single player game together.
yes,
By each other. By yourselves.
By ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Together by yourselves. Okay, got it.
yeah. We played like we live.
And
A pack of lone wolves.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
I like to say it's complicated.
Sure. On Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, it's your relationship status. Yeah. Your Fallout status. It's complicated.
Yeah, I actually broke a couple of records too. It was simultaneous gamers playing at the same time, according to Steam, one of the networks.
Oh, really?
purchase
Yeah.
games. 450,000 people playing at the same time. Wow! And they also saw that. Well, the way they said it was. 15% haven't received the first achievement, which is to leave the first structure that you're kind of born into or whatever. They're saying like 15% haven't left that structure, and I think really just 15% started playing and then stopped and never played again.
Well, I
You
did
know?
see that,
and that makes
uh,
more sense than just being like lost in the first vault. Or
Yeah, I don't
whatever.
see how you could get lost in the first
I saw
row.
that Pornhub released some statistics saying that apparently their traffic dropped by 25% that day.
Yeah. Yeah, and we determined that it was probably because we were also out of town, so at least 10% of that traffic was from us.
Yeah. Doing research.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of Fallout. A lot of people playing Fallout.
Yeah, it's good.
Apparently, it's a good
always
game
good.
from what I've heard.
It's a great series.
The Bethesda
Fantastic.
people who make the games have always done one thing so well that they do the other thing so poorly. And the first, they make their games like there was actually an op-ed piece. It was really excellent. It was like,
Yeah, if Bethesda fixed all of Fallout 4's bugs, it would ruin the game.
yeah, because we would have known they wouldn't have put as much energy into the story because the stories are like there's so many different little stories that are just littered throughout this huge world. It all takes place in Boston, like. It's 200 years in the future, or 150 years, or whatever. And it literally is just like you walk into a structure, and the next thing you know, you're falling in love with a person you've never met through notes and like through dialogue from these characters that pop up. It's just this big, crazy thing, and it is buggy as fuck all.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I appreciate that, especially with these kind of games where you spend so much damn time playing them.
Yep.
If the story isn't worth following, who cares if it's technically perfect?
Right,
Yeah.
right. They put the emphasis on that thing, and then they say, well, okay, so most of the different places where you actually have a UI will be completely different. And maybe one time you shoot a guy in the head and his body flies off in the moon. One of the characters ran into a situation with a bad guy, a special bad guy, that hit him so hard that he flew entirely across the map. And he got XP for every single place he discovered on the way.
Was that really a bug, or was that intentional? That's a little Easter egg,
chances,
right?
the guy's going to hit you hard and everything, but it has to bug out for that to happen. Like,
Does it though?
I mean, it'd be great if
Because
it
you get the
was-
experience points. Like, yeah. Someone said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and sneak this in there.
yeah, but he also
right.
flew for like 2 actual minutes.
Okay, that might be the bug. Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
that was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and honestly, going into that game and not expecting or shit to go wrong, like with the sheer amount of crap they have in there,
Yeah.
all the different quests, all the different areas, it's huge.
12 different companions with their own backstories and a big series of stuff to do.
loads and loads of
and
dialogue,
all voice acted too.
all voice acted.
That's why gaming's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
These
Yeah.
games are not cheap to produce. These are like $60-70 million games, right?
Yep.
In that area, something like that.
And that's why it's okay when your dog companion just runs through all the laser traps and blows you and him up, or one of your other companions picks up one of the mini nuke weapons and just decides to fire it point blank range.
point blank inside.
inside a room. That's okay because
I think it's
The rest of it's
also
excellent.
when you rely on testers to get paid, like 4 cents an hour
and pizza Don't
and
forget
pizza.
yeah.
You're gonna have to take some good with the bad.
Of course, yeah.
So much quality control you can really understand you're gonna get
Well, just
if you're paying people in pizza.
Yeah,
and just the sheer density of it. Even if you had a legion of
Yeah,
people
yeah.
dedicated, you're never going to catch everything.
Yeah.
Or take every possibility into account that players are going because they're gonna do the thing you didn't test for.
Of course,
guaranteed.
yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah. I work in software. I know exactly how that works.
Right? Yeah, it makes
We
sense.
get customer calls. Hey, it doesn't work when I do this. It's not supposed to do that. What the fuck are you thinking? Why would you choose those combination of things ever in history? No, of course it broke.
Well, like this motherfucker who spent 4 hours. Like, so in the game, you can actually build these structures of whatever you like. As long as you have the gear to do it, you can do whatever you want to. And
Is this music licensed for the game?
actually,
I don't want to get sued.
it's really funny. Is like something will pop up and they'll say like, "Oh, this is Peter Gabriel." But like, this dude spent so much time building this thing up, and once you get to the actual punchline here, like, okay, it's showing the rest of his house. Blah 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 blah. I didn't know this video was this long. He's really stringing this out.
It's like 3 minutes of a walkthrough here.
There it is. Yeah, it's a walkthrough of this big house that he made just so he can make an animated penis that spurts.
My girthy tribute to the wasteland. Wow. Gamers.
And now the music fits.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I've been waiting for this moment all my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking weirdo! I love it.
Yep.
This is why Pornhub's traffic was down so much that day.
That's right.
I do like the settlement building, and I waste way too much time on it.
I wasted as little time as possible because it's like a couple missions where you have to do a thing here or there. It's like, and they hope that people will actually give a shit about it, but it was too simsy for me, you know. It's like, hey, make a power generator and then make some lights. Okay, power generator lights, and I just put them right next to each other. Make some more power generators. Like, all right, fine. So like, there's like this. It looks like the return aisle at a Walmart. It's just all of these like vegetables
packed over here.
all packed in this one spot in between the shit I care about and the I'm not going to be there. So, but you can play it any way you like.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
Aside from that, what else? Well, we were gone for a pretty long time before that.
Yeah.
Everything else has been pretty cool.
It's been pretty normal.
Cool.
Abby normal.
Abby normal shit.
That'd be someone.
And then we had, of course, a time in paradise. So whatever.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
little brief stint in paradise.
Doesn't
I wonder
matter.
what happened to Supergirl.
Oh, man,
I've actually-
not the show. The
No,
Oh.
not that piece of shit.
Well, you can guess what happened to that, I guess.
It's still on.
Yeah, we had our cocktail waitress. It was this dude. What was his name? Jackson.
Yes,
Jackson was dressed in a very tiny Supergirl costume.
outfit.
Very revealing thing, whatever. Which was fine, whatever. It was
It was Halloween. It was Halloween.
Ha-
Let's just clarify that.
Oh,
and he was
okay.
he was really.
That's an important detail. Yeah.
Sorry, I should have clarified.
Maybe
that.
this is just his thing. Like,
Well, we Hug Goes on the Rocks in Hawaii on the Big Island, and we would go there every year, and we decided to do it for Halloween, whatever. And he was pretty fucking drunk, and he was so drunk that he kept bringing us 2 of every drinks that we ordered. He would bring the drink, and he would leave, and then he'd come back because he thought he forgot to bring them. And so we spent maybe $30 and got like so much shit.
We had more than $3 of drinks.
yeah.
And then we're pretty sure he got fired during
Yeah.
his shift.
Yeah.
well,
He said that he was pretty drunk because he fell off the wagon last night, or the night before, and he had been sober for like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And and then when we were leaving, we saw him. He was supposed to run the door. He was so drunk, and he was supposed to take fucking licenses that night. And then we saw him leave to get on the bus. So, wherever you are,
welcome
Jackson.
back, Supergirl.
Still, that's much better than the show.
Yeah.
I actually want to
Somebody
go.
was angry at that show.
I was
Some
really
feminist.
I was really
something.
angry at it myself. I don't know if anyone else has. I hope feminists are angry about it, but
It should be as terrible.
the next segment, I actually would like to talk about some shows because we missed so much, and I had to do
lots going on.
some speed watching of some shit that I've been watching, and I'm just fucking so happy. So we'll come back after this break, and we'll talk a little bit more with Drillcast.
Break.
Wait, wipe the dust off the canvas and wait till we break like deep groove. And the night's new, what a feeling, what a nice mood. A bam, boom, rock, we're here to rock.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey.
I didn't think that was actually going to work, and I'm glad it didn't. Just typing funny videos into YouTube. Don't do that. Don't do that.
We've taken this bullet for you.
It's all lies.
It's all lies.
Also, learn
Idiot
to like
lies.
funnier shit.
So something that happened while we were gone. Talk about the fun stuff because I don't know how often people listen to the show. Probably, if they do, they only listen to half of it. So, because no one actually does the $50 challenges we have at the end. We do have a phone call we'll get to when we get to the third segment. But while we were gone, the fun stuff. There was so much show, so many television shows that I missed. And it's dumb. It's very white of me to be like, oh man, I miss TV shows. But shit, a lot of stuff's killing it right now.
Yeah, man, it's the golden age of TV.
Yeah, for weird stuff too. Like I mean, I'm just watching the things that make me happy. Like I haven't seen the last 4 episodes of Mr. Robot. I need to,
Really?
but I haven't really been in the mood to do it again. I know.
That's good. It's really good.
It was good.
Yeah.
but I can understand. I can
I really enjoyed all the way up until then I stopped because Andrew and I binged it, and then I started getting sleepy, and then I missed the last 3 episodes because the 4th one had to be retooled because of terrorism or whatever.
It's a different night. That's all.
Yeah. So eventually I'll get back to that, but I've just been digging the shit out of all of this like goofy stuff. I like the Muppet Show on ABC, and I love the shit out of Flash and Gotham. Yeah, I really like the Muppet Show.
I haven't seen it. Yeah.
I think it's adorable. It took a couple episodes to get to its stride, but it's like a 30 Rock, The Office.
Really?
Yeah, it takes place in the Muppet universe, which is always goofy anyway.
It was like behind the scenes style.
Mm-hmm,
Or okay.
It's like if The Office was filmed on a late night television show. So Piggy is like a Chelsea lately. She has like a Saturday night or Friday night like big show thing that she does, and Kermit is the one. He's the showrunner. He's the producer. Cool. Executive producer. And so he's kind of like the Liz Lemon character, and like
That makes perfect sense.
it's cute.
They walk the same.
Yeah, they sure do. But no, I like that a lot. And then I'm still really digging Flash.
I haven't seen the new season of Flash yet because I just don't know what channel that's on.
It's on the Hulu. It's on the Hulu channel.
Oh yes, I need to get to Hulu's.
Yes. Worth it. Especially for $12 now. There's no ads.
That's right.
So, and then Gotham. Holy shit.
Gotham's pretty
was
rad.
really good.
Gotham's fucking great. You guys caught up?
Yeah.
I think I haven't seen the latest one.
I love what they've done with Enigma. They finally just good. It's just
It's
good,
good
guys.
show.
It is
really
very good.
Now, I was trying to
I
explain-
do not feel the same about Flash, although I have been watching it,
Sure.
and it's all right.
I like it.
doesn't-
I'm not going to say it's good. I really like it, though. I'm enjoying the hell of it.
I still hate Arrow.
Oh,
So I'll take Flash over Arrow.
That's your right.
Yeah.
As a person.
Well, Flash is better than Arrow.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Arrow's terrible.
I liked Arrow as like kind of a guilty pleasure, like the first season, and then just kept getting dumber and dumber and dumber. Like seriously, you were only gone for like 3 years, how many fucking flashbacks can you have that happened in that 3-year period? It's not possible.
Well,
That's only flashbacks to day one.
Yes, exactly.
Lots happen.
what's
Lots
365 times 3?
More than I can count.
More than in
About
the
1,000.
More than the flashbacks that are in the show, probably.
No, I think there's more flashback. No, but I mean, like, time compression wise, like, oh, the time I was gone on the island so long ago. I was gone for so long.
Yeah.
And the things that happened to you on the island, no, none of that could have happened. Like, 1 or 2 of them, sure. Not 7,000 conspiracy theories.
Sure.
Or, of course, later, just like in the season 2, where they bring the whole point is that this island is so mysterious, no one can get there, and that's why he wasn't rescued.
Sure.
But now apparently he can fly back there at a whim. Felicity and whatever the other guy can, the helper guy, bodyguard, whatever.
Sure.
They can just fly there and go, whatever, cool. Now apparently they store prisoners there.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus
like,
Christ.
Everyone in the world can go to this island at any given point in time, except the one time that he was lost mysteriously.
It has a thriving tourism industry now.
There are so many bad subplots that are so convoluted.
Is there a Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville there?
Probably, yeah.
Great.
It's like if you had picked any
The
one
headquarters.
or two of those things to have as the backstory, would have been fun.
Yeah.
But they start throwing so much crap. It's like, no.
Yeah, I
too
thought
much.
like,
Too much. Stop.
When I first watched the first season, maybe it's like some of the second season, I can't remember what was on Netflix or whatever was available, but yeah, it felt like a lost component. You know, like they were trying to like not just the fact they're trying to show how he got to be the man he
Yeah.
is,
And that started.
the Batman with an arrow.
Yeah, they
you know.
started that, and they did pretty well starting it, and then it just got stupid.
Yeah.
Really stupid, actually.
I also most dislike the episodes of Flash where Arrow shows up.
I'm always going to be a crossover nerd.
I like crossovers. I
Yeah.
just don't like that guy.
Yeah,
And I don't
yeah.
like his character, and I don't like anything about it.
Okay.
So every time he shows up somewhere, he kind of ruins it.
Yeah.
Because he brings all that bullshit with him.
I would only counter that when he does show up, when Arrow shows up on the Flash, just shows you how much better Flash is.
Sure.
Does.
There's still some scenes in the Flash that are like, okay, this is still in the CW, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So what else? Shows.
Well,
shows.
we talk about Supergirl for a second. So I don't know what Supergirl is this season. I only know what it was when I watched the pilot 6 months ago.
Yeah.
The pilot was leaked an hour and a half, I guess, or whatever, and it was this weird piece of drivelly, like, pro-men, pro-women thing that just seems really, really, really misogynistic. I don't know.
It was-
Have you watched any of the? Either of you watched any of the thing that's been
I
released
have no
yet?
desire to.
Oh, fuck no.
Now, again, having seen the pilot, I do have a bias. I don't want to see anymore because the
Right.
pilot was so terrible. Could they have made changes? But
mean-
did they make changes?
Well, yeah, that's the curiosity. It's like
No.
for 6 months
Yeah.
for a pilot to be released or like to be leaked seems excessive. Like maybe they were using the open internet as a
They're just trying to build.
or use the open internet as a kind of like a test group.
Okay, like the way they did Mr. Robot, I guess, right? Kind of.
Well, to see what they need to change or if they
Yeah.
don't need to change anything at all. So like, that's what I'm curious about because I see people on my Facebook feed who really enjoy this shit as Supergirl, and I'm like,
I have not seen any of that.
and some, yeah, right.
So far, I don't think I know anybody on. Well, I've actually been actively avoiding Facebook for about 2 months now.
Sure, okay. Did Facebook touch you in a place,
No, I just didn't want it anymore.
in a hopeless place?
I get the emails.
Yeah,
It'll tell me when somebody does something, and I go, yeah, I don't care.
sure.
But I still don't think I know anybody or of anybody that's just like, oh, yeah, hard day at work, but I get to relax with a new episode of Supergirl and an entire fifth of whiskey.
But
Like,
I mentioned before, like there's the weird thing that happens in my head when you know someone, you kind of trust them enough, and when they say something so outlandish and stupid, you think maybe I don't understand it. Yeah, you know, maybe it's me being the asshole, and they're actually they know a little bit better. So like, I really want to watch this new Supergirl just to see if maybe like I'm missing something. I don't know.
I think at this point now it's a challenge we have to do. This. We owe it to do the homework. We will have to go back. And
Yeah.
I expect nothing.
you
to
guys
change.
have fun with that.
I'm willing to do the research. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to work. Well, by work I mean I have to be at the office on Black Friday to babysit. So I'll have nothing else to do except watch Supergirl.
Wow, you're going to have a really bad Black Friday.
No, not really. It's so much better than not shopping. Or than going shopping. Not shopping.
Yeah, you'd be nice and secluded and safe.
Yeah, I run much less risk of death.
Right, but
Sitting in my office on Black Friday.
that's true.
Is Plex available at work? Do you think?
No.
Okay. No.
But YouTubers, whatever, the Hulu's, I'll find it.
Okay. I'll see if I can scrounge and link up for you so we can watch at the same time, perhaps.
Aw.
Yeah. But I'm really enjoying the TV series, seasons, and stuff that happened this year. Is there anything that's really standing out for you guys that you really, really enjoy?
I'm still really liking The Leftovers. The new season of Leftovers is really good.
What is Leftovers again?
That's the HBO show where, like,
Rapture happens.
well, that's what
Things happen.
that's one of the theories. Is
Yeah.
at one point, like a quarter of the population or something just vanished,
Right.
and they call it the departure, and nobody knows why, and it's kind of the fallout of that.
Right.
And it's still not clear, like, if there's any actual supernatural anything happening, but it's mainly just about the characters and, how they transitioned from where they were in the first season to the current season.
Right.
It's good. It's just a good show. I like it a lot.
How long has it been going?
It's only the second season.
Second season?
It's actually, I think it ends like 2-3 more episodes and it's done.
Yeah, it's almost season 2 is almost done.
I think it's the series is almost done. I think.
What?
I think it's a 2 series and that's it. I think it's the series finale is like on 2 more episodes.
Curses.
I think that's what I heard. I've only seen bits and pieces. Well, very well acted. I will say that.
Yeah.
Kind of liking the latest Walking Dead.
Yeah, I was going to ask about
Season.
Walking Dead next. But Dylan, is there something that's been sticking out with you that you've been enjoying?
Well,
or-
I since went on a little vacation, came back, I've been so freaking busy, I haven't watched anything.
Sure.
But I did realize the new David Cross and Bob Odenkirk show came out on Netflix.
It did, yeah.
And it's just like watching Mr. Show.
Is
which
it? That's good.
Has some bad sides to it as well because they really haven't stepped. Their writing team has a very distinct formula.
Yeah.
The formula has not changed. I'm
Okay.
not sure if that's good or bad or not because
Right.
one happened in late '90s. Now it's almost 20 years later.
Yeah.
There's still great comedy there. Paul Thompson. They had got all the core cast back. Paul Thompson, all those guys are there. So it's really good. It's just and it's very much like watching Mr. Show again. Just it's still pretty funny.
I was surprised to see that in the feed. I thought we would have a little bit more time before it happened, actually.
Yeah, it just kind of showed up. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was happening until I turned on Netflix. Like, what?
Yeah.
That's out? Okay.
Yeah. Might as well.
And I watched like 2-3 episodes last night. It's good. And I haven't seen it yet. Jessica Jones just dropped.
That is good.
Is it?
I am excited. I have not watched
I've heard
that, but
nothing but excellent things about it.
God, what they do with Luke Cage is so cool. I swear, like it's just good. It's so far so good. I love Kristen Ritter, and I'm totally in. I'm really into this. And of course they're going to come out with the Iron Fist eventually, and then maybe a Defenders series on Netflix, which is great because they keep it all kind of low key, so they don't have to throw a lot of money like special effects.
It's like
it's about the stories.
the Daredevil style.
Yep.
It's like
Yep.
these are superheroes, but not the same CG big budget. Blah,
Right,
blah blah blah.
right.
Which, by the way, I finally saw Age of Ultron. Piece of shit movie, sucked. I hate it.
Really? Okay.
Come on, Hawkeye goes back to his house in the country. Fuck all of that.
That was a lot of
shit.
weird. That was really weird. It was almost like a plot thing that they were trying to show that maybe he's going to die, perhaps. Whatever.
Yeah.
Stick to the TV show. I think South Park's killing it.
South Park. This has been, I guess, their most continuously continual.
Yes, yeah, that's what we call it in the industry.
But this is the most carryover thing they've ever had in one single season.
Absolutely.
For bringing pieces forward, almost to the point where it's one long episode
Yeah.
with only a few minor side projects. But yeah, it's good. They're doing really well with that.
I'm really happy with it. I
Soda sopa.
don't know what to do with this.
Buckaroo. Yeah,
Because even watching this, I don't remember. All of a sudden, Caitlyn Jenner is in it, and like, it is really offensive how they portray Caitlyn Jenner. But I cannot help but laugh because the character just stares right at the screen, like just for us, and says "Buckle up, Buckaroo,"
Yeah.
and then runs over a human, and
well,
kills him.
I love the fact they're not letting go of that
Yeah.
piece of the news. The fact that Bruce Jenner, when he was Bruce,
Yeah.
killed a woman in an auto accident.
Yeah.
But now he's the most brave woman ever in history.
Woman of the year.
You killed somebody because you were talking in your
No.
goddamn cell phone.
Bruce killed somebody,
Double indemnity.
and Bruce is dead.
But yeah, literally less than a year ago, this man killed somebody in a car accident because he was talking on his cell phone. Now he has a breast implants and hormones. Still has a penis. And is the most brave woman ever.
Yeah,
No, you killed somebody in your car.
Woman of the Year. Yeah.
Which again, my personal opinion aside, I love that South Park has not let go of that. They're really nailing it, and someone should, because short attention span of society is pretty terrible. So
It really
and
is.
with the latest episode too, showing this strange overarching plot of something that completely caught me off guard with Jimmy, right, being the hero, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's an awesome character, especially because that whole episode was just great in general. Just because Jimmy, being of disability, like not wanting to stop saying the word retarded.
no, because he was the editor of the paper and did not want to censor somebody's op-ed piece.
Yeah. It's worth it if you
PC
like.
principle. It's about crushing puss, bro.
PC means pussy crushing. Yeah. But I absolutely recommend watching through that, especially if you haven't actually seen it in a long time. Like this season's actually pretty good.
Especially if you're a listener of the show, and you understand that we have a certain disdain for obscene political correctness.
Sure.
And they are the only voice in media actually getting paid to produce episodes of television that are saying, this is how freaking stupid this stuff is.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
And that's sad when South Park is the most reasonable voice for social awareness.
Well, it's just like, Daily Show
Yeah.
and Colbert and all those.
Yeah,
were
the
still
power of satire and, yeah.
the better source for news than
Yeah.
actual news
Yeah. Every time.
every time.
You heard it here first, folks.
There was one last one I can't remember that I started watching. I don't think anyone else is watching. Look at Jessica Jones is awesome. Started watching back through Parks and Rec because just general like malaise. I can't think of anything else to watch otherwise. And then something else that was pretty funny, pretty good. Oh, I am digging Scream Queens.
You mentioned that. I have not seen that yet. It looks all right, though.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Oh, Ash versus the Evil Dead.
I haven't
Ash vs.
seen that
Evil
yet.
Dead, yeah. I am surprised. I am legitimately surprised
stuff.
at how good it is. Because I really thought
They wouldn't be able to capture the magic.
or they would capture the magic in the way that the movies are not, in terms of movies, that good.
No,
There's
not
a
at
reason why they have cult followings.
because they weren't, because Bruce Campbell was
nobody
awesome.
nobody fucking liked them when they came out.
They were not box office breakthroughs of any kind.
Right, but there's loads of people that wound up getting to know them and getting to love them, and this is the show is so fucking clever.
Yeah.
Nice.
It really
It is so
All
sharp
right.
and so witty, and it's not all the cheese stuff is factored in without being overblown. It's just this layer of
Nice.
Evil Dead on
Nice.
top of everything, and
Yeah, it starts with a montage of him getting ready to go out to do something, like he's hinching up his belt or his cummerbund or whatever, so he can look thin, so he can go to a bar, hit on a lady, and there's a scene where he's behind the lady in a bathroom, and they're just going at it, and she starts yelling, "I'm coming, I'm coming," and then her head turns around and she says, "We're coming for you," and he goes, "Ugh," and she goes, "What happened?" I don't know. That hasn't happened in like 30 years. And he's like, "I gotta go," and she's like, "Can you finish?" He's like, he goes back at it, but he's like still looking around like, what the fuck just happened? And it's got that like weird, like the timing's good, the extra characters are good, and the fucking violence is awesome.
yeah, the
Nice,
violence
nice,
is
nice.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Classic Campbell.
Yep.
And then we'll go for churros, and that's not racist. It's just an excellent dessert. you know, I'm not Mexican. That's the spirit.
That's a great line.
Put that in the recommend column.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, it is shockingly good.
Full
I
excellent.
was expecting it to be like just dead in the water.
Yep.
Apparently, it got renewed before the
Really?
first
Wow.
episode showed.
Nice.
Yep.
Cool.
It's really good.
Check that out. I have to catch up.
Please check it out. That's it for this segment. Let's go ahead and take another break, and we'll come back and we'll listen to a voicemail that we got, a longer voicemail, and we'll discuss that. And if you are interested in anything we've talked about so far, go ahead and go to drunkcastlive.com or go to facebook.com/drunkcastlive and tell us what you think of any of the stuff that we've watched, especially if you are offended that they're if South Park's misusing safe spaces. Interested to hear.
Here comes reality.
Oh yeah, I'm about to play that for you guys. We'll be back after this.
Break.
These dusty bricks, bitters, mix, bitter caps, split with
Idiot.
shit. I got to get to where I'm going on this fortified train, slowly sewing my name on the quilt.
Hey, welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hey!
Segment 3.
Fighting 3.
Still at Don Zipo, still hanging out with Adam, still hanging out, of course, with Dylan.
Yeah.
Enjoying our time back.
Yeah.
Even though it's still kind of chilly.
Feels good to be back.
We got Heat Bro over here trying his best to give a little bit of heat to the group, which is just basically a little propane thing with two eyes.
Looks like Wally.
To warm our bodies and our hearts.
In our hearts.
That's right.
Trying at least half of those. I didn't know how much gas was in the tank, so I only put on one. But if we get too cold, I'll just crank it up.
I don't think it's going to necessarily get much colder than it is now. Today.
Right. Whatever it is now.
Sucks. It
Now
sucks
I realize
is what
that
it is
most
now.
people listening to the show go, cold? What do you mean? Like snowing? No, it's like 55.
It's just like 55.
Yeah.
We're not prepared
The
for
difference.
55.
Yeah. The difference is yesterday it was about 20 to 25 degrees warmer.
True.
Yeah.
And the average temperature in Texas, I think, is 115 now. Is that right?
You might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well be. 115,
It
116.
it is at least between like March 1st
Right.
and
So
October 31st. Yeah.
while it's demonstrably not actually cold, it's very
Relatively
different.
cold.
Yes. The relative nature of it is pretty striking. Here.
It does get cold in Michigan, though.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Segue! This segment is usually...
Segway magic.
We'll talk about whatever we haven't talked about or whatever we can talk about unless we get a phone call or we get a question from people who listen to the show. In fact, actually, our own Brandon Hill, Beehive, the guy from California that we had on the show, and I lost all of that footage because of a hard drive crash, still has...
He has that effect.
He still has a question in queue all about the Big Lebowski because he gave us money to drink White Russians. And
Oh, that's right.
We'll have to do that at some point.
Yeah.
But we're lucky, actually, you don't usually get phone calls, and we're lucky to get this phone call from a person who's been listening to the show, and I would like to play it in its entirety for the sake of respect.
Called the shot line.
Hey, first of all, my name is Kubo. I'm originally from Kenya. Love the show. Trying to catch up. I started on 140 something, I guess.
The good stuff.
Yay.
I just drank a whole pint of vodka.
All right.
So I'm feeling pretty, wily, I guess. Anyway,
Fan of the show.
the point of my calling was, I had a question for, the guys on the podcast. What situation have you guys been in where you guys were at a bar and were overserved and still got served? I asked this because there was one time when I was on a bar crawl with my best friend, and halfway through the pub crawl, she threw up, so she kind of reset, but I didn't. And I kept trying to match her shot for shots and drink for drink. We went to a bar, and I literally sat down, and pretty much was reaching for something, like a menu or whatever, from the next table, fell over in my chair, got up, go back to my chair, and they still served me. So I was wondering if you guys had any stories of being overserved and yet being still served, I guess. Other than that, yeah, love the show. It's fantastic. Keep doing that shit. I'm in Michigan, by the way. So, all right. Go podcasting. Bye.
So first and foremost, Michigan fucking parties hard. I swear. Drink a whole pint of shot glass on purpose.
Just to call us. Yeah.
Just to call us, but also, I've always heard
That's the level of commitment it takes.
I've always heard the concept of throwing up so you could continue.
And the puke and reload. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've never actually been a person to do
old
that.
chestnut.
I think it's awesome. It was just like you meet up and your best friend's like, "Oh, here, I'll start over."
Yeah.
like that's great.
Oh, you just got here?
Yeah.
Oh, with the pub
Yeah.
crawl still half. Let's go.
There's a preface here because because I'm a little old. I guess we're also in the spot where we have our kind of creature comforts. We go to the same bars, and we know all the same people in the bars. So I don't want to say overserved because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Texas is very litigious when it comes to this kind of thing.
And it's the bartender's fault.
It would be
Yeah,
the bartender's
and
fault
honestly,
if we leave, and it's our fault for drinking.
Since we tend to frequent and go drinking at places that are the same all the time, and we know those people,
We definitely don't want them getting in trouble.
right? We don't want them getting in trouble, and they won't let it happen to them.
Right.
If,
That's
if we get shit faced enough, they know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they
Yeah.
will not serve.
Yeah, we'll
us.
get cut off. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
for good reason.
Yeah.
Now, I have personally gone well over the limit many times,
Sure.
all on my own.
And is it because too, like we're the kind of people to perhaps have a good air apparent, where we don't show necessarily. We maybe should be a little bit more reasonable, or I don't know, transparent when it comes to how drunk we are. To
I think
one more drink or whatever, whatever it might be, but
side effect of being a professional alcoholic.
right.
Professional functioning alcoholic.
That's
Thank you.
true. You just you can hold you can just hold your own.
Because I have a story, and I do remember that at that point I probably shouldn't have been served, but I didn't let on, and I wouldn't have gotten into trouble for it.
Well,
And it's not the bartender's fault. I won't say.
but also in that particular case, I'm pretty sure because I was with you.
Yeah.
The bartender knew you were okay because I was with you.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think she could tell that it was bad over here,
Yeah.
and it was going to be okay over here. So
Adam, what do you think? Do you have an idea of this kind of scenario?
Well, yeah, I've never been overserved. I don't think.
Okay.
Either because I never found myself in the situation where
Sure.
that might be a possibility.
you've made a few messes here.
Yes, we have. But that was not
the
anyone's
same,
fault but
okay.
my own.
That's right. But once you made the mess, you were not served again.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nor did I want to be. Because I can't do the reload.
It's
The-
a rare
the
skill.
because once that starts,
Yeah.
it will not stop.
I've only seen the
And
reload.
That night's over for me.
Yeah, I've only seen the reload
Yeah.
work one time,
yeah.
and I've had a few drinks. I've been around. I've only seen it work one time, and it worked beautifully.
The year was 1515.
Because alcohol had just been invented.
I was just a young buck at the time when I first had my first spirits. I am not afraid to tell you. I told that spirit to get the hell out of here.
Yes. But yeah.
You're in the same spot though, Dylan, too, right? Like
Yeah. Well, yeah.
usually at parties is a situation, and then
Yeah, no. I
they'll
think
shuttle you away.
of any time I have ever been so liquored up, or if anyone else I've been hanging out with, either at a party or at a bar, has been so liquored up, something happened. For someone to fall over. Actually, I've seen people fall over. I've seen people do lots of things.
I have definitely fallen over.
But the group collectively has always been pretty good. If you have a wingman or you're with more than one person, whatever, we've always kind of taken care of each other. And okay, party's over.
and just get out of there.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and it's not like you guys haven't had. You've had to deal with me every now and again, and I don't like that. You have to do
it's
that.
been a pleasure.
It's been my privilege. I don't want to put you through that, so it's kind of up to me, and I try to keep it, straight. Because I do like to drink,
Yeah,
but
we
I
will.
don't like getting to that
we do.
level.
But no, even when I get to that level, I think even when any of us get to that level, I think we all know each other well enough. We all know the people we go to, the places we go to, the people we hang out with. We're all not going to let us have more.
Yeah.
I think we all feel safe with
Right. When we find you asleep on a bus stop bench, we're going to take you home.
like Jeff Angus. Yeah.
it. Yeah. Wait. You know someone that had that happen to them too?
And that's called community, my friends.
Yeah.
Community.
I'd be curious
Great
if
show.
if that may be an Austin kind of thing, because I consider I've been here something many years. When they first paved the streets, I was here. It was a very special day.
Yeah.
They
Weren't
shot
you
the
there when
last
when
horse.
you were striking against, because they were going from horse-drawn buggy to motorized vehicle, and you were like, no, not in my town.
It's a fad, you said.
I do remember that.
Well,
As a time travel, I remember
I
that.
had a lot of money invested in Stanley's steamer, and I wish I had kept it. It'd be worth like $1 million now. But. That combustion is a faz, not going anywhere. Steam is the way of the future.
Too dangerous. Not for my baby.
Hot water, mister? The hottest.
No, I'm really curious if that's maybe a social thing. I know we obviously the puke thing happens. We know people have habit. We know stories exist of that.
Yeah.
Not just our good friend who called. Thank you, by the way, for the call.
Yeah.
But I really am curious. Maybe it's more social thing. 'Cause Austin is, in my mind, a town of professional drunks. Which
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we everyone here drinks a lot.
Right, which is also why we have a booming taco industry.
That is true. Causation correlation. What's the? Does one exist because of the other?
Most mornings
Yeah.
are not good for people here.
Yeah. But so we definitely have an exceptionally large amount of party in our city's vibe.
Yeah, and I think I think maybe a side effect of that is also paying attention to the people you go to and knowing not to shit in your house, perhaps, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
But accidents still happen.
Absolutely, yeah.
So my little story about this kind of situation, that probably one of the first times where in a very unlikely place that I'd never been to, this one bar, and I did fall over. It was kind of this. It was embarrassing, but also, I don't know, there's something kind of romantic about it. A person just had died.
I'm pretty sure we talked about that in the show.
We did. Yeah. But just for the segment at least, like, there was a person who passed away, and it was really sad, and I didn't know how he passed away. And my bartender knew how he passed away, and it was literally, we did the podcast that night. We went downtown. I'm in my cups, and Dylan was nice enough to be my ride home, so I was like, I'll have a little fun. And then right when I was taking the shot that I got from the bartender I hadn't seen in a while, was when I heard the way that the person died, and it was in such a shocking manner that, like, that's when I disappeared from life, and God couldn't find me. It was like I remember looking up and I was in an elevator. I remember being home, like, and it was one of those nights where, like, but I do remember knocking over I went to the bathroom, came back, knocked the chair over, and then everyone kind of said, "All right, it's time for Travis to get the fuck out of here." Yeah.
But in that case, a good example of, again, the people you're with, the bartender, you go, okay, no, that's enough.
Yeah.
And bartender, like, don't take the stairs. We're going to the elevator.
Which is awesome.
This elevator's only for the, people who need it and beer deliveries, but you need to go to the elevator because you will fall down the stairs and we will lose our liquor license.
Yeah, so it's less likely that TABC will see you if you go this way.
Yeah,
we're all in this together.
I think, and that's, I guess, what it was Dylan's original point, is that because we're all drinking here so much,
I just really
we're all in this to kind of gather.
Yeah,
like,
we have a definitely
don't take our booze away.
Austin does have a very drink centric community. I mean, we drink a lot. When happy hour is kind of more like a right, It's like, you go get a new job. Okay, what are my benefits? Okay, and when can I take off for happy hour? Like, okay, we have 4:30 on Fridays. You want to get out of here. And there's always a 6-pack in the fridge.
If you need it. For emergencies only, guys. Emergencies only.
What are you doing here? I'm just waiting over rush hour. Oh, really?
Well, here, have a beer.
Yeah, it's going to be an extra 10 minutes, so I'll drink for the next 2 hours. That's happened before.
That happens in my office all the time.
Well, sure. Yeah.
We have a bar in my office.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. But that's just how we do it around here. But so for this poor guy, thanks for calling.
Yeah. Glad you like the show.
No, that's an excellent question.
It is, but what kind of place are you in where they would allow that? If you're falling ass over,
busy places. I mean, that can happen.
Even a bar crawl too.
We're still, because we're in our druthers, right? Like, we have the spots that we go to. We know those spots, and those people know us. So it's
safe zones.
If we were maybe younger, or if we were still just kind of popping around, I wish Chris Lloyd was here.
Yeah, he actually would have the answer.
Has a story.
Well, I can imagine the bar crawl idea is a bit different too, because you might be on a bar crawl with people you know, or a group of friends who are very obviously clearly at different levels of inebriation than you might be, and they don't want to stop the party, so they're going to encourage.
Yeah.
Shut up, keep drinking, you pussy.
Well, the bartenders are also like, maybe they're busy too and not paying attention to it, and like falling over. I mean, people are clumsy. I know I'm clumsy. Shit, I'm definitely clumsier when I'm drunk. So that thing will happen. Sometimes clumsy just in general.
That's like when you're not actually feeling it, but you keep dropping things. That's when you know.
Well, sure,
something's happening.
But that thing can happen, and I guess it just hasn't really happened to us.
I think we've been fortunate. So,
but yes, we've been fortunate. I think it's important for us to be fortunate. And if we were in a different spot, maybe we would meet more bartenders and have more opportunities for this kind of experience. But we've been lucky, and we want you to stay lucky, sir.
Yes.
And we thank you very much, honestly, for listening to the show, for trying to catch up. If you want to maybe send us another text on how you found out about the show, that would actually help us figure out how we can expand our reach. And if you want to tell some people, that'd be pretty cool too. But otherwise, just do you, man, and keep listening and keep enjoying it, I guess.
Yeah.
And stay warm, please. Michigan, where the weather is actively trying to kill you. Jesus. Adam, have you been to Michigan? Is that part of your trip?
No.
Okay.
I have never been to Michigan,
I
actually.
only know of Detroit, and I know that the wolves outpopulate the humans now. So
Yeah.
Oh, and they have pizza parties that supersede city council meetings.
Oh yeah, we did miss that.
Yeah.
That story is hilarious.
All those people getting foreclosed on. We'd love to hear from you, but we have this pizza. But pizza's in the oven.
Pie's in the oven.
Well, and the way I was reading that too was something strange. We'll bring it up in the final segment. Anyway, again, thank you so much, Kubo. Hopefully, I'm getting that right. If otherwise, send me another text that says that I'm an idiot. Thank you. It's so fucking awesome. If you want to be on the show and you want to call us, you can call us at 412-440-7468, or you can send us an email at questions@drunkasslive.com. We do enjoy if you are in the action somewhere and want to give us a call, because that's fun. You know, if you heard something crazy that's happened and you want to share it with us, or if you...
And we like puzzles. And when it's really loud out around you, we can't understand you, and we try to have fun figuring it out.
Yeah.
Or if you have a bar crawl, invite us next time. Jesus.
Yeah, sure. We'll fly there. Whatever.
Sorry, honey, I gotta go to Michigan for a bar crawl.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, ERCOT. Gotta go. Give us a shout. We'd love to hear that you're there. We'd love to hear that we're doing this for people who enjoy it. So, let's take another break, and we'll come back with our toasts, and we will do that thing.
Break.
Wipe the dust off the canvas and wait till we break.
Like, why is there no editing?
Editing. Yeah, they should give me more money.
And the nights new, what a feeling, what a nice mood. A bam, boom, rock, we're here to rock you. It's like, damn, what a vibe.
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hey!
Segment 4, the end segment, the toast segment.
Yeah.
The toasty toast.
Toasty toast segment. We had a good episode, I think. Good time with each other.
It was a good run,
It
boys.
it was a bad miss.
Oh, and that's a bad miss.
This episode 154. I didn't say actually at the beginning, but yeah, we're all in.
Yeah,
We're
no.
all far too in.
Most podcasts stop at 153. So
I think that's science, right?
Yeah. Statistically true.
I'm Travis.
I'm Dylan.
First out the show all the way over. Fuck no. So yeah, this is the time we actually have a little shot in front of us. We have a toast to something we've learned, or something we've liked, or something we care about. Dylan, what do you think this week?
It's gonna be back. Just good to be back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
It's good to be back. Cheers to that.
Keep it
and
light. Yeah.
Drinking up.
Woohoo! It's been a while since I've had one of those.
Deep Eddie Lemon, man.
Deep A Lemon.
So good.
Lemony Christmas.
Is there anything we missed this week?
Oh, yeah, we have a short list of things that are terrible.
Okay.
Glitter beards.
No.
Go fuck yourself.
No. The answer is no.
That is correct.
Can you imagine looking at this picture? Can you imagine what that household and that shirt and there's no way glitter stays forever, guys.
Yeah, because
Don't do that to yourself. Don't do this to your boyfriends.
Yeah.
you're never getting it all out.
And more importantly, you look stupid. There's nothing about that's good.
Yeah.
That's like a Zoolander outtake. Like things that did not make our absurdity fashion list.
Trash bags, okay.
Yeah, glitter beards,
beards,
right out.
Let's see. Of course, I love this. This is actually from a Reddit post. The absolute foolproof case for Jar Jar Binks as the Sith Lord.
Yeah, it's a couple weeks old. Yeah, but it's still a good one.
Darth Binks.
Darth Binks. It's very funny. If you can find the original thing, I'll post it in this episode if you're interested. If you're listening this far,
It's a long read, but
There's a link
it's
right
it's
there.
solid logic.
it's really, really interesting because it has a bunch of really weird little. Okay, I get it. Especially the one simple thing that Jar Jar Binks is a person who should not be trusted with anything important, but he was
He was given the power to control the vote,
in the Galactic Senate.
which gave the Emperor the powers to begin with.
Yeah. Gave Tarkin. Tarkin, is that right?
No, that was later.
Grandma Tarkin.
That was
later.
Yeah, later.
Who was who was Palpatine before he was Palpatine?
He was
He
always
was always Palpatine.
Well, I thought his name was.
No, he was Palpatine. Then he became the
Was he
Emperor.
Palpatine in the original, the new trilogy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah.
Grand Moff Tarkin was the leader of the Imperial forces under Darth Vader.
Okay.
Well, technically, he was outranked Darth Vader. Technically,
I don't know Star Trek. Texas School Board rejects push to enlist academics to check textbooks for factual errors,
Yes.
including very simple things like maybe we shouldn't call them slaves and just call the black people workers on the farms.
Yeah, and maybe Jesus did
Yeah.
write the Constitution.
Now, I did study science and history, so I know all about the Bible. And that is definitely not a science book. No.
Yeah. This is yet another amazing display of Texas educational system. I'm so glad my child is in it.
Yes. Can't wait to see what that's like.
I actually have a friend who homeschools, and I never understood homeschool
Until now.
yeah, pretty much actually. I was talking to her about it's like why did you make that choice? Because I just didn't understand. It was just so we tend to make fun of homeschool because of whatever weird stigma that sort of.
Yeah, sure. Well, not socializing a child for 18 years.
So I asked her flat, I was like, why? And she gave me some more insight. Like, okay, that makes sense. And then we started talking about our mutual disdain for the modern education system. And all of a sudden, it's much more clear to me now. As a parent, you can probably do a whole lot better than the Texas School Board.
Well, you can sure give it a try.
Yeah. And of course, the big one.
Yeah.
Jared Fogle sentenced to 15 plus years in prison, which is not enough time.
15.6.
15.6. What is 0.6 years? I mean, they don't actually round
6.5 months.
Yeah, 6.5 or 7 months. Yeah.
I mean, they don't do that though. I don't remember the last time it was like 15 and a half years or 15 and 2/4 years. Like
I've seen
usually
half.
15
I've
or
never
16.
seen 0.6 though. That's
They just want to keep it easy and palatable for news.
what's 15.6 divided by 12?
A lot.
Okay, you're saying
Yeah.
foot longs. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if anyone knows the details of that other than him going to jail. Thank God. But he deserves more time just because of his lawyers and their arguments that they chose.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
If you're not familiar, some of the arguments that his lawyers were saying was it was okay because they were almost legal.
Mild pedophilia.
Yeah, then they chose, in quotes, this is like part of their argument, mild pedophilia, because they were 16 and 17-year-olds, which is close enough, right, guys?
That's a thing you say in a hashtag.
Yes.
You know, that's not something
This
you
was their
say
legal
in court.
argument.
Yeah.
And they also tried to defend his...
They
his-
blamed his weight loss for it.
Yeah, they tried to defend his proclivity toward underage women as a response to his dramatic weight loss, having to channel those urges somewhere else.
Right.
It makes him hypersexual. Okay, hypersexuality, I could almost give you credit for if you're trading one thing for another, but hypersexuality, but focusing on I want to meet up with
Specifically
16-year-old
underage
kids.
girls.
Yeah, no, that's not a legitimate psychological
And joking about it with
transference.
your friends too. There was there were certain people who came forward and said, "Yeah, he kind of fucked around with it all the time."
Yeah.
he would talk about it.
If you want to talk about a psychological transference of balance of urges, I get what you could potentially be talking about.
Sure.
But not converting to mild pedophilia.
No. Yeah, overshot that shit.
Yeah.
Also, I think that's it's the mild that I have a problem with.
Oh, God, yes.
If you are specifically and only sexually attracted to underage people,
It's
just pedophilia.
Yeah.
It's not mild.
Well, they were almost 18. So,
Adultophobe.
come
Sure,
on.
sure, but they won't. They weren't.
But,
Literally, we're not.
but Michael Bay
By
made it.
0.6
Yeah.
months or
by
whatever.
about 0.6 year.
Yeah.
But Michael Bay made a joke about that in his Transformers movie. Moving on.
Yeah, that's really all of the those things. This is funny to share, not really funny to talk about here on the podcast. But it was kind of interesting that Clickhole decided, I don't know, maybe listen to the show.
Yeah,
because
big
we
fans,
we
yeah.
did have multiple conversations about what would have happened if a movie did have a cell phone and what would have changed it. I still think Home Alone's my favorite because they would have been able to talk to him because the power went out. But whatever. Clickhole, 7 classic 80s movies that would have been over in 5 minutes if cell phones had existed, is a very funny one because it's not at all serious and worth a read through. And then the pizza party. We kind of talked about the pizza party, but
But the recap, though, city council meeting in is outside of Detroit.
To hear foreclosure pleas.
Yes. This was a public forum,
which was
for
thwarted by this
Yeah.
by the Detroit News.
But a public forum for which people can say, please don't foreclose on my home. Here's my legitimate reason why you should not do that. This is not a bank foreclosure. This is a city foreclosure. So this is a person who's a member of the community going, "Dear city of name city here, don't foreclose on my house because you want to build a park there. Let me plead my case and why I need to keep my home."
Yeah.
And they literally said, "No, we will not be hearing any of your arguments today because we have a pizza party planned." And
The pizza's ready to come out.
Pizza ready to come out of the oven.
Yeah, Randy Walker said, "It's a happy occasion. We had food waiting. We had pizza coming out of the oven at 7:45.
Yeah.
They said those meetings don't usually feature a public comment, and because there was a party, they said, "No, sorry. We only have enough pizza, essentially, for all the people who were invited. And you people
Who still have homes.
who still have, yeah, exactly.
Who are not being foreclosed on.
So fun. So much fun for everybody. And for you at home. If you have a fun story you want to share with us about pizza parties or being foreclosed upon,
And not being able to thwart your foreclosure
Jesus.
because of a pizza party.
Or worse, not being able to have your legal right as a citizen to express your reasons why you should not be foreclosed upon by your city.
By the city.
In the public forum intended for that specific purpose.
by the council of the people for the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the council of the people for the pizza.
And I do appreciate also in this picture, you can see that whoever took the picture, there's like a thumb in the way. That's fun.
What was that? He's like,
It's like,
oh, is he holding a pizza? Oh, no. Oh, no, the picture itself.
no, he's doing some kind of gang sign, I don't know, but like, yeah,
It looks like the guy's holding a piece of pizza. Okay.
he's just getting ready.
Oh.
Look at that guy.
No, he's holding his gavel and gavel striking surface.
Jim Norton's uncle over here.
Yeah.
He's just so excited about
Yeah,
pizza.
So as the Reuters picture is a thumb covering most of the
I don't think that's a thumb.
Excellence in journalism.
It's a little yellow to be a thumb.
I mean, jaundice. Whatever.
Maybe it's
Oh.
Trump's hair.
I need to keep my home because of my jaundice.
We don't have time for that.
Otherwise, I'm outside drinking at bars instead of at home where I'm safe.
Committing crimes.
either. With the wolves. Adam,
Yes.
do you have anything you want to plug or anything that you've been thinking about recently that you want to share with other people?
I don't. I'm still kind of getting into the swing of things again. I recognize that it's been a week, but that's just not enough time for me. I'm old.
Sure,
It's cool.
sure,
Like,
sure.
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
of
I
course.
love being had.
Yeah, you do.
We'll have you anytime.
Yeah.
Dylan, is there
You
anything
monster.
you want to share or plug for?
Yes, there are a couple of things I want to thank the high school students of Hutto, Texas,
Excellent.
for carrying on our traditions.
Oh, really? Weird.
Yeah, it's Hutto. Yeah, I outed them. Sorry. I
Go Hippos!
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, that hip was.
But then when we were on vacation, I know we talked a little bit this too much maybe, and we were concerned about the white privilege of it all, going on vacation and enjoying
Yes,
ourselves.
yes.
I met a lot of locals in various places. I was with you guys for a couple days, and I went to some other islands, met other people. And I met one local who was very, very funny and listened to the show and said, "That's a really funny show."
Oh, great.
So we've been texting since then, like, "Hey, how's it going?" And she made a big deal saying how much she enjoyed it. She said, "You're actually kind of funny." I'm like, "Thank you."
Great.
Actually, yes.
So I made it a point to say, well, you know what? Because of you, dear listener, I will say hello on the show. So hello. And I asked how to be listed on the show by name, whatever. And the response was, I have to call her the most interesting and influential person I've ever met in my life.
Well, okay.
We all have one.
But that was the way she wanted me to refer to her as the most interesting and influential person I've ever met.
I mean, it's 6 now. It's canon.
Yeah.
It's canon. So, yeah. Especially in Hutto, Texas.
Well, when is she going to call? And
right.
when
That's
she
right.
does call, what is she calling?
Well, first, I'm going to thank you, Adam, so
you
much.
can put that in anywhere. It's
I will, but I want to keep the flow, or my brain will go fucking
I
crazy.
just was doing it beforehand for efficiency's sake.
You're so sweet, though.
I know, I'm thoughtful.
Thoughtful.
You know what? For you, Glitterbeard,
No.
There's not enough glitter in the world.
surely not.
We'll run out of
All it
helium
takes is
before we run out of
one
glitter.
All it takes is one glit.
It lasts a lifetime.
That's just like a beard shield. One glit. It's just a big ass. You're gonna put that over your face.
Well, no, it spreads. It.
like a disease.
Yeah. Sorry, I knew a glitter kin once. They told me everything about glitter.
You need to put that in your release then. Or you can't do any more work with Charlie Sheen.
Have you ever
The glitterati.
Have you met a glit?
Have you had or do you now have a glit anywhere on your body?
One or more glit. I got it.
Cutting glinguits. Adam, again, you're great. Dylan, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Always.
If you want to know more about the show, if you like it, you can go to drunkcastlive.com. It's drunkcastlive.com. We're on facebook.com/drunkcastlive. We're at drunkcastlive on Twitter. We are not on the Zune store anymore because that does not exist.
Finally.
Victory!
We killed it, I guess. But we are on the iTunes store. If you want to download anything, if you like anything, you can put it on your favorite podcast app on Android or on Apple, which is really just connected to the iTunes store anyway. But it's all on iTunes. And you can go to comment and maybe say something you like about it. I don't know. Whatever you like. You can email us your complaints, questions at drunkcastlive.com, or you can 412-440-7468. That's 412-440-SHOT. And it's awesome that we have an actual person who asked us a legitimate question, and we appreciate him so much for listening and hope that he continues to listen.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah,
He won the prize.
Yes. Well, no, that expired after 2 years.
Exactly. He could have won the prize.
Otherwise, I absolutely would.
What about Twitter? Are we on there?
That's at Twitter.
They can tweet at us?
That's at Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah. Instagram is drunkcastlivepics.
Okay.
PICS. Or you go to Murder the Cat on Instagram because it's far more interesting.
It gets more followers.
Yeah, like twice as many followers for 4 posts. But yeah, we love you for listening to the show, and if you want anything from us, you know where to find us. We're Don Steepo, motherfuckers. We love you. We'll see you next week.
We come to let you know what the deal is.